Hello everybody, Dylan Cliche here. Welcome to the first episode of Dylan's Disney Movie Reviews Season 2 in the year 2025. By the way, I've trained myself to say like 2025 instead of 2025 so that I can say it how most people are. Anyways, let's talk about Disney animation during the end of the 2010 decade and the beginning of this decade. In 2018 and 2019, they released two sequels with Ralph Breaks the Internet and Frozen 2 respectively. At the beginning of 2021, they released their first original movie since Moana, with Raya and the Last Dragon, which I've already reviewed and loved it. Later that year in November, Disney Animation released their 60th animated motion picture, and that's what I'm reviewing this week. Released on November 24th, 2021, the movie is Encanto. The movie opens with Abuela Oma Madrigal, voiced by Maria Cecilia Botero, showing her granddaughter Mirabel, voiced by Noemi Josefina Flores, the candle where all the family magic comes from. She then tells Mirabel about how they got the miracle.
Long ago, when my three babies had just been born, your abuelo Pedro and I were forced to flee our home. And though many joined us, hoping to find a new home, we could not escape the dangers. And your abuelo was lost.
After Abuelo Pedro was killed, the candle that Alma was carrying became a magical flame that would never blow out. It made mountains to protect the people from invading outsiders and created a house for the Madrigals. Then, when the triplets came of age, the casita gave each of them a magical gift to help out with the area around the casita, and the same thing happened when their kids came of age.
And together, our family's gifts have made our new home a paradise. Tonight, this candle will give you your gift, mi vida. Strengthen our community. Strengthen our home. Make your family proud.
Make my family proud.
10 years later, Mirabel, now voiced by Stephanie Beatriz, comes downstairs and starts getting ready for her cousin Antonio's ceremony later that night. Some neighborhood kids are outside asking her about the Madrigals, and comes the first song of the movie, The Family Madrigal.
Drawers, floors, doors. Let's go! This is our home. We've got every generation, so full of music, a rhythm of its own design. This is my family, a perfect constellation. So many stars, and everybody gets to shine. Whoa! Let's be clear, Abuela runs this show. Whoa! She let us here so many years ago. Whoa! And every year our family blessings grow. There's just a lot you simply got to know. So, welcome to the family Madrigal, the home of the family Madrigal. We're on our way, where all the people are fantastical and magical. I'm part of the family Madrigal.
Oh my gosh, it's them! What are the things?
During the song, Mirabel tells the kids about her family. Her tia Peppa, voiced by Carolina Gaton, can control the weather with her emotions. Her tio Bruno, who nobody talks about ever since he disappeared, could see the future. Her mother Julieta, voiced by Angie Cepeda, can cure and heal sick and injured people with her cooking. Mirabel's tio Felix and Father Augustin, voiced by Mauro Castillo and Wilmer Valderrama respectively, marry into the family to Peppa and Julieta. As for the grandkids of the family, Cousin Dolores, voiced by Adessa, has super hearing. Cousin Camilo, voiced by Renzi Feliz, shapeshifts, and Antonio, voiced by Ravi Cabot Conyers, will be getting his gift that night. Finally, there's Mirabel's older sisters, Isabella and Luisa, voiced by Diane Guerrero and Jessica Darrow, respectively. Isabella can make plants grow anywhere, and Luisa's super strong.
Starts with Abuela and then Tia Peppa, she knows the weather. My mom Julieta can make you feel better with just one areta. My dad Agustin, well, he's acting and somebody mean, well. Hey, you said you wanna know what everyone does. I got sisters and cousins and my primo Camilo won't stop until he makes you smile today. My cousin Dolores can hear this whole corner's a mile away. Look, my sister Mariana, you can marry my sister if you wanna. Between you and me, she's kind of a prima donna. You said too much and thank you, but I really gotta go. My family's amazing, and I'm in my family, so well.
However, the kids want to know what Mirabel's gift is, but she didn't get one. She then tries to help her family out with getting ready for Antonio's ceremony, but Alma tells her that she should probably stand aside.
Let the rest of the family do what they do best. Okay?
Mirabel enters the nursery where she finds Antonio under her bed. He's nervous about his ceremony because during the last one, which was Mirabel, she didn't get a gift. But she assures him that he most likely will get a gift.
What if it doesn't work?
Well, in that impossible scenario, you'd stay here in the nursery with me forever. And I'd get you all to myself.
I wish you could have a door.
You know what? You don't have to worry about me. Because I have an amazing family. And an amazing house. And an amazing you. And seeing you get your special gift in your door, that's going to make me way more happy than anything. But alas, I am going to miss having the world's best roomie. I know you're an animal guy, and I made this so when you move into your cool new room, you always have something to snuggle with.
Once evening comes, it's time for Antonio's ceremony. People in the village gather inside the casita. Mirabel and Antonio come down from the nursery and everybody watches him. But he wants Mirabel to walk with him, so she does and remembers her ceremony from 10 years ago. Mirabel and Antonio arrive at Antonio's door. He touches the knob and he's gifted with the ability to talk to animals.
I understand you. Of course they can come.
We have a new gift!
Everybody enters Antonio's room. Mirabel remains as the only blood mother to go without a gift. The family takes a picture and comes a song called Waiting on a Miracle, which is Mirabel's I Want More song.
I can't move the mountains. I can't make the flowers bloom. I can't take another
song, shingles start falling and the casita begins to crack. Mirabel enters Antonio's room, tells Alma about what's happening, but when Mirabel shows everybody, the cracks are gone.
No, that's. The cracks were there. They were everywhere. The house was in trouble. The candle was. Abuela, I promise.
That's enough. There is nothing wrong with La Casa Madrigal. The magic is strong. And so are the drinks. Please, music! A bailar! A bailar!
Later that night, Mirabel can't sleep, so she makes her way to the candle and hears Alma talking to Pedro.
Ay, Pedro. I need you. Cracks in our casita. If our family knew how vulnerable we truly are. If our miracle is dying. We cannot lose our home again. Why is this happening? Open my eyes. If the answer is here, help me find it. Help me protect our family. Help me save our miracle.
Mirabel then decides that she'll save the miracle, but she's not sure how to do that. But then the next day, she talks to Dolores, who mentions that she heard Luisa's eye twitching all night. During lunch, Mirabel sees Luisa's eye twitching, and Alma makes an announcement.
I've spoken to the Guzmans about Mariano's proposal to Isabella. Dolores, do we have a date?
Tonight. He wants 5 babies.
Wonderful. Such a fine young man with our perfect Isabella will bring a new generation of magical blessings and make both of our families stronger. Okay, our community is counting on us. La Familia Madrigal!
La familia Madrigal.
After that announcement, Luisa leaves, Mirabel follows her and asks her what's wrong.
Nothing's wrong! Wow, sorry, that snuck out there. What I meant was, why would anything be wrong? I'm totally fine. The magic's fine, Luisa's fine. I'm totally not nervous.
Your eyes doing this.
Now comes a song called Surface Pressure.
Under the surface, I feel berserk as a tightrope walker in a 3-ring circus. Under the surface, was Hercules ever like, yo, I don't wanna fight Cerberus? Under the surface, I'm pretty sure I'm worthless if I can be of service. A flaw or a crack, the straw in the stack that breaks the camel's back. What breaks the camel's back? It's pressure like the drip, drip, drip that'll never stop. Whoa. Pressure that'll tip, tip, tip till you just go pop. Whoa. Give it to your sister's older. Give her all the heavy things we can shoulder. Who am I if I can't run with the ball?
After the song, Luisa tells Mirabel that last night she felt weak. She also mentions that Bruno had a vision of this before he disappeared.
Dio Bruno. What was in his vision?
No one knows. They never found it. But if something's wrong with the magic, start with Bruno's tower. Find that vision.
Wait, how do you find a vision? What am I even looking for?
If you find it, you'll know. But be careful. That place is off limits for a reason.
So Mirabelle enters Bruno's tower, in which the casita can't help.
I'll be fine. I need to do this. For you?
For Abuela,
Maybe a little for me.
find the vision. Save the mirror.
After climbing so many stairs and swinging over a gap, Mirabelle finds a cave where inside she finds the pieces of a broken tablet, which was Bruno's last vision.
What's hurting the magic?
She sees herself in it. Suddenly, the cave starts to crumble, so she grabs the other pieces and leaves. She runs into Alma, who asks her where she just was, and then Luisa shows up saying that she's losing her strength.
Mirabelle and I were having this little talk about me carrying too much, so I tried not to carry so much, but I realized it was putting me behind. And I knew I was gonna let everyone down, and I felt really bad, so I was grabbing all the donkeys. But then when I went to throw the donkeys in the barn, they were heavy.
What did you do? What did you say to her?
Nothing. I don't...
Mirabel, I have to go get the Guzmans for Isabella's engagement. Stay away from Luisa until I can talk to her. Tonight, we can't have any more problems. And whatever you're doing, stop doing it.
Mirabelle enters the nursery where she tries to reassemble the tablet. Peppa then comes in to get the rest of Antonio's things, and Mirabelle asks her what would happen to somebody if Bruno had a vision of them. Felix then comes in comes my favorite song in the whole movie, We Don't Talk About Bruno.
But it was my wedding day.
It was our wedding
We were
day.
getting ready and there wasn't a cloud in the sky.
No clouds allowed in the sky.
Bruno walks in with a mischievous grin.
Thunder.
You telling this story or am I?
I'm sorry, mi vida go on.
Bruno says it looks like rain.
Why did he tell us?
In doing so, he floods my brain.
Abuela, get the umbrella.
Married in a hurricane.
What a joy you stay, but anyway, we don't talk about Bruno. No, no, no. We don't talk about Bruno. 7-foot frame, right so long his back. When he calls your name, it all fades to black. Yeah, he sees your dreams, his song screams. We don't talk about Bruno. No, no, no. We don't talk about Bruno.
During the end of the song, Mirabelle reassembles the tablet and sees herself with the casita cracking behind her. Augustin then comes in, sees the tablet, and Mirabelle explains what she did and what's happening.
I broke into Bruno's tower. I found his last vision. The family's in trouble. The magic is dying. The house is breaking. Luisa's gift is fading, and I think it's all because of me. Pa?
We say nothing. Abuela wants tonight to be perfect. Till the Guzmans leave, you did not break into Bruno's tower. The magic is not dying. The house is not breaking. Luisa's gift is not fading. No one will know. Just act normal. No one has to know.
I know.
Later at dinner, Isabella's boyfriend Mariano Guzman and his mother, voiced by Maluma and Rose Portillo respectively, have joined the family for dinner, and Mirabel keeps an eye on Dolores to make sure she doesn't tell anybody. She then tells Camilo, and it's passed on to everybody.
Noel. Everything okay?
Everything is great. She's just excited for you to propose, which you should do
Yes.
as fast as you can.
I was actually gonna.
We're actually gonna.
Then as Mariano tries to propose to Isabella, the casita starts cracking and the family loses control of their powers.
What is happening? Mira ver from Bruno's vision. She's in it. She's gonna destroy the magic, and now we're all doomed. Señora, por favor.
Abuela, please, there's gotta be an explanation.
I hate you.
I'm a loser.
Lisa!
What did you do?
I'm not doing anything. It's Bruno's vision. It's
After that, Mirabel follows some rats and finds a secret passageway behind a painting. In the passageway, she finds Bruno, voiced by John Leguizamo, by the way. After chasing him, she asks him about the vision, which he says nobody was supposed to see.
but
A little salt. Sugar? Sana, sana. Kuliteran.
Wait, have you been in here patching the cracks?
Oh, that? No. I'm too scared to go near those things. All the patching's done by Hernando.
Who is Hernando?
I'm Hernando and I'm scared of nothing. It's actually me. I used to say my real gift was acting.
I'm Jorge. I made the sparkle.
How long have you been back here?
Bruno then takes Mirabel to a room behind the kitchen, and she realizes that he never left.
Oh, I left my tower, which was, a lot of stairs, and in here, kitchen adjacent. Ooh. Plus, free entertainment. So what do you like? What do you like? You like sports? Game shows. Telenovelas. Their love could never be.
I don't understand.
Well, because she's his aunt and she has amnesia, so she can't remember that she's his aunt. I say it's like a very forbidden kind of...
I don't understand why you left but didn't leave.
Oh, well, because, the mountains around the Encanto are pretty tall, and like I said, free food and everything. Yeah, you guys love the free food, don't you? There's always...
She then asks him why she was in his vision.
I can't tell you. Because I don't know. I had this vision the night that you didn't get your gift. Abuela worried about the magic, so she begged me to look into the future, see what it meant. And I saw the magic in danger. Our house breaking. And then I saw you.
Bruno then says that the vision was in two ways, where Mirabel saves the casita or it gets destroyed. So he left his tower because he didn't want Mirabel to get hurt, and he says that saving the miracle is up to her. So she tells him to have another vision.
No, see, I don't do visions anymore.
But you could.
But I won't.
You can't say the weight of the world is on your shoulders. The end. If our fate's up to me says, have another vision. Maybe it'll show me what to do.
Look, even if I wanted to, which I don't, you wrecked my vision cave, which is a problem because I need a big open space.
We'll find one.
Where?
Use my room. The rats told me everything. Don't eat those.
So Bruno and Mirabel enter Antonio's room, where Bruno has another vision. It starts out as the previous one, but then Mirabel sees a butterfly, and the candle's getting brighter because she's embracing Isabella.
Isabella!
Oh, your sister. That's great. Every time.
Mirabel has to hug Isabella, and she doesn't have a very good relationship with her, especially after ruining her proposal.
Plus, P.S. Kitty's just annoying. Oh, of course it's Isabella. And what's her problem with me anyway? She's the one with roses coming out of her.
Mirabel! Oh, sorry. You see, you're missing the point. The fate of the family, it's not up to her. It's up to you. You're exactly what this family needs. You just have to see it. By yourself, after I leave.
What? You're not coming?
It was your vision, Mirabel, not mine.
You're afraid Abuela will see you.
Yep, yes, that too. Hey, after you save the miracle, come visit.
After I save the miracle, I'm bringing you home.
Knock on wood.
So Mirabel enters Isabella's room, and she's still upset with her for ruining her proposal.
Isa, I feel like you're upset. And you know what cures being upset? A warm embrace.
Get out. Everything was perfect. Abuela was happy. The family was happy. You want to be a better sister? Apologize for ruining my life.
I am sorry
That your life is so great.
Out.
Wait! Fine, I apologize. Ugh, I wasn't trying to ruin your life. Ugh, some of us have bigger problems, you selfish, entitled princess.
Selfish? I've been stuck being perfect my whole entire life. And literally, the only thing you have ever done for me is mess things up.
Nothing is messed up. You can still marry that big dumb hunk.
Isabella explains to Mirabel that she was only going to marry Mariano for the family, that she never really wanted to. Suddenly, she grows a cactus, which is something she's never grown before, and comes a song called What Else Can I Do?
What can you do when you are deeply, madly, truly in the moment? Seize the moment, keep going. What can you do when you know who you wanna be isn't perfect, but I'll still be okay? Hey, everybody clear the way. I'm coming through with the booyah. Making way, changing minds. Change minds. The way is clearer 'cause you're here and well, I owe this all to you. What else can I do? Show 'em what you can do. What else can I do? There's nothing you can't do. What else can I do?
After the song, Alma shows up, and she furiously blames Mirabel for the family's misfortunes because of her not having a gift. However, Mirabel declares that Alma's hurtful expectations are what's hurting the miracle. Suddenly, a nearby mountain splits, causing the casita to crumble down, and Mirabel goes after the candle.
The house is gonna fall!
She manages to get the candle, and after the casita breaks apart, the candle goes out and she runs away. The next day, while the family looks for Mirabel, she's down by the river where Pedro was killed, and Alma finds her.
I'm sorry. I didn't want to hurt us. I just wanted to be something I'm not.
have never been able to come back here. This river is where we were given our miracle.
Where, Abuelo Pedro?
I thought we would have a different life. I thought I would be a different woman.
Alma then has a flashback about her time with Pedro, and comes a song called Dos Gorroguitas, which is Spanish for two caterpillars, performed by Sebastian Yatra.
Enamoradas pasan sus noches y madrugadas llenas de hambre, siguen andando y navegando un mundo que cambia y sigue cambiando, navegando un mundo.
And of course, the invaders came, causing the villagers to flee. Pedro was then killed, and then the miracle happened.
Milagros vienen crisálidas, hay que partir y construir su propio futuro.
Alma then apologizes to Mirabel for blaming her, and Mirabel says that everything they are is because of her.
And nothing could ever be broken that we can't fix together.
I asked my Pedro for help. Mirabel. He sent me you.
Bruno then shows up on a horse, and the three of them ride back to the broken down casita, and comes a song called All of You.
Look at this home. We need a new foundation. It may seem hopeless, but we'll get by just fine. Look at this family, a glowing constellation, so full of stars, and everybody wants to shine. But the stars don't shine, they burn, and the constellations shift. I think it's time you learn you're more than just your gift.
And I'm sorry I held on too tight, just so afraid I'd lose you too. The miracle is not some magic that you've got. The miracle is you, not some gift, just you. The miracle is you.
During the song, the rest of the family reunites with Bruno, and the villagers arrive to help rebuild the casita.
It's a dream when we work as a team. You're so strong.
Yeah, but sometimes I cry.
So do I.
I may not be as strong, but I'm getting wiser.
Yeah, I need sunlight and fertilizer. Come on, let's plant some new and watch it fly straight up to the sky. Let's go.
The stars don't shine, they burn. The constellations glow. The seasons change in turn. Don't you watch our little girl go? She takes after you.
Once the casita is rebuilt, Mirabel's handed a door note that the family made for her. She installs it into the front door, and the family's gifts are restored, and the casita is revived.
Noche de fiesta, todos vienen a celebrar. Noche de fiesta, todos llegan para gozar. Sigue bailando, contento en mi paraíso y revelando milagros en cada piso.
And that was Encanto. What did I think of it? It's awesome. On a budget of between $120 million and $150 million, the movie made more than $96.1 million domestically and $160.4 million from the rest of the world, for a total of $256.5 million worldwide. However, it didn't break even since it didn't gross at least $300 million, but it did better when it went viral during the 2021 holiday season and got great reviews from critics. Now let's move on to the production of the film. The idea for the movie started when Byron Howard and Jared Bush, who previously worked on Zootopia, met with Lin-Manuel Miranda, and he and Jared became good friends while working on Moana. Three of them decided to do something together, and they asked themselves what they have in common, and as they got to know each other, they found out that they each had big families. So from there, they decided to capture the complexity of a family in animation. When the development started, the crew talked to a lot of therapists and psychologists, and they were all asked who were treated the best by the parents in a family of four, to which the answers were varied. They also talked with relatives of the people from Disney Animation. Howard and Bush began talking about Latin American culture with Juan Rendon and Natalie Ozma, who worked with them on the documentary Imagining Zootopia. They were both from Colombia and continuously drew on their own Colombian culture experiences during their talk. From there, Howard, Bush, and Miranda focused their research on that country. They joined the three men on a research trip to Colombia. While there, they met a bunch of architects, chefs, and artisans to get themselves into the culture. The movie got more and more complex when they had to develop an entire family, numerous songs, and a setting that was a rich cultural location that had a deep magical realism tradition. Howard and Bush realized that they would need a second screenwriter to help with the script. So they went with Sherry Castro Smith because of her strong magical realism background and experience with handling real-world family dynamics. After working on Moana, Miranda knew that the protagonist was originally supposed to have 8 brothers. Disney originally resisted moving forward with the idea of having a bunch of main characters. So Miranda wrote the opening song, the Family Madrigal, to show them that it would be possible to introduce all those family members and the dynamics to the audience. The development team formed a group called Familia, where everybody would talk about their own families and even got to meet some of the families. When creating the family, each member was inspired by a common family archetype made magical. Like for Alma, they wanted her to be somebody who would be looked up to as a hero and a flawed person. For Peppa, she was originally indestructible, but they thought it was too similar to Luisa, and early on, Mirabel's mother, Julieta, controlled the weather. But then they decided that Peppa should be able to control the weather. For Bruno, he was made into the outcast of the family, meaning that he's the one nobody talks about. Dolores was made into the family communicator who would tell the family about what's going on. For Luisa, she was hard to figure out a design for. She was originally supposed to wear pants, but they didn't think it seemed right, so they had her wear a skirt instead. For the casting, they hired a bunch of actors with Colombian heritage, like Stephanie Beatriz, the voice of Mirabel, has a Colombian father. John Leguizamo, the voice of Bruno, was born in Batoga, and Vilmer Valderrama, the voice of Augustin, spent his childhood in Colombia where his mother was born. For the design of the movie, journalist Edna Liliana Muillo was hired as the Afro-Caribbean consultant and gave a lot to the designs of Felix, Dolores, and Antonio. For the clothing, rather than using fabrics similar to neoprene, which are depicted in a lot of movies, the characters in this film wore generally loose clothes meant to look like they're from Colombia. To help create the movie's Colombian setting, the team went to the country with Alejandra Espinosa arrive as their tour guide, and she would show them how the people there live, their houses, what people do in them, and more. For the animation, the animators found it challenging to make Mirabel different from all the past Disney heroines since she had to be capable and imperfect, but not all clumsy at the same time. When creating the casita, it was inspired by not only Colombian houses, but also from movies that have living houses like Beetlejuice. It took a bunch of teams to animate the place. They even created an ad hoc rigging system which would allow the animators to control any part of the house. However, the most challenging thing about making the casita was destroying it. When creating the plants, they consulted Colombian botanist Felipe Zapata, and his advice permitted plants to be chosen and shown in detail. At one point, Disney planned to send a lot of its animators to Colombia beginning on March 15th, 2020, but it was canceled because of the COVID-19 pandemic, which caused the animators to work remotely alongside the Colombian Cultural Trust. The animators were even given a virtual tour of Colombia by Espinosa with the help of her cell phone. And now it's time for me to give my opinion on the film. In the end, while I do think Encanto is awesome, I would prefer Raya and the Last Dragon out of all the Disney movies released in 2021. I give this film a rating of 4 stars out of 5. Well, that's it for Encanto. Be sure to join next week when I'll be reviewing the Pixar film directed by a foreigner who previously directed a Pixar short nearly a decade prior. And if you enjoyed this video, then make sure to tell your friends about me, leave some questions in the comments below, subscribe, and hit that like button.
Abriendo puertas, va llegando la madrugada. Siguen abiertas y el café se cuela en la casa. Canción alegre para que gane el bien sobre el mal. No me despierten, que esto parece un sueño real. Colombia, te quiero tanto, que siempre me enamora tu encanto. Colombia, te quiero tanto, que siga bendiciendo tu encanto.
Mira, ve.